Kristen, and you're listening to Podcast and Amplify, a podcast for women and women of color entrepreneurs who want to amplify their voice and brand through podcasting and grow a wildly successful business. I'm the executive producer and host of 2 shows and an entrepreneur, and I love helping women grow their visibility, mindset, and business to the next level. Each week, I share tips on how to launch and leverage your podcast, and I'm bringing on the very best business leaders to give you advice on how to build your business empire. Let's amplify your voice and business. Welcome to the Podcast and Amplify podcast. Now, this isn't my first podcast. I'm also the host of the travel podcast, Explore and You, which I launched back in 2020. Now, you might be thinking, why did she start a second podcast? Well, while travel is my passion, through that first podcasting experience, I realized 3 things. 1, how much I love podcasting. It's just so much fun. I love connecting with people. I love having great conversations. And 2, it's a really valuable asset to any business. I mean, you can use your podcast content across all of your other platforms, from blogging to social media posts to your email list. And 3, I really believe that we need more women and women of color sharing their voices. In podcasting, in business, we need our stories and our experiences represented. So I created a course, which is a 30-day boot camp that helps online entrepreneurs to amplify their voice, their business, and their brand through podcasting. And after that 30-day boot camp, I also created a VIP intensive workshop where this helps the super busy entrepreneur start their podcast in one day. It's a jam-packed day, but gives a lot of value. And while those are great resources for any online entrepreneur who wants to start a podcast, I wanted a space where I could provide more tools and tips around podcasting, but I also wanted to bring on guests to share their knowledge and insights on growing a successful business. So many women have entered the entrepreneur space this past year due to the pandemic, and I think just reevaluating and wanting more than the hustle of corporate culture, the being stuck to the 9 to 5, and just wanting more freedom, flexibility, and control over their lives and their finances. So I'm super excited to see all these women entering this space. And I say, welcome. There's room for all of us. And I want to help those women. So on this show, you can look forward to solo shows by me that are dedicated to podcasting tips. And you can also look forward to shows where I interview business leaders and entrepreneurs for their very best insights and tips on how to grow your business and really step into being the badass boss that you were meant to be. So thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy the shows. Let's amplify your voice and business. If you loved today's episode, please subscribe so you don't miss a show. And rating and reviewing this podcast is the best way to help support us. Always remember, your voice and what you have to offer is needed in the world. Until next week, take care.